Sebastian Martinez, MMAnytt here at SBG Ireland in Dublin with none other than Ultimate Fighter contestant Artem Lobov. So Artem, like we were just saying, you've been doing a lot of traveling and it's nice to be home, but what was it like to be locked in a house like that for several weeks?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that it's hard being locked in the house, with guys you're going to fight, and you have no access to your friends and family. But to be honest, I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I thought it was a great experience. There are no worries in that house. You're given food, you've got no bills. You just train and you fight, and that's what I love to do. So I thought it was great. I mean, I could stay living in that house for the rest of my life. So, no.
Really? No contact with family for the rest of your life?
I mean, no big deal, you know what I mean? Maybe a few phone calls every now and then, or Skype would be nice, of course, but just for the 7 weeks it was fine, Plus I'm so used to traveling and always being away that, it was nothing new to me.
Now, you were trained under your training partner, Conor McGregor. What was that like? For many other fighters there, I know that he was, a big fighter that they met for the first time and they were training under him. But for you, you know him so well. I mean, all of a sudden, he's the head coach of your team.
Yeah, I mean, for me it was nothing new because Conor brought in his team, the guys that coach him all the time, and they happen to be the guys that coach me as well. So I just had my coaches there, so nothing new for me. It was just business as usual.
Now, you originally lost your fight to get into the house against Mehdi Baghdad. Looking back, how do you feel about your performance in that fight and how things went?
Yeah, it certainly wasn't my best performance. I'm usually very calm in my fights, but I was a little bit nervous in that one, even though there wasn't much of an audience there. But still, seeing Dana White, Lorenzo Fertitta, all the guys there, it kind of makes you want to perform. And sometimes when you want it a little too much, it doesn't exactly work out the way you want it. But luckily everything worked out. I was back in the house, and I look forward to putting on some good fights for you guys when they eventually show the episodes.
And what's that like, seeing yourself on TV, seeing interviews and, being on the other side of a screen, so to speak?
Yeah, once again, just being around Conor for such a long time, I've kind of gotten used to that already. He's got cameras on him 24/7, and I'm obviously always in his corner and always in his camps. So I was well used to the cameras at that stage.
And it must be frustrating, you've been through all this, it's already happened, we're seeing it for the first time. People must be asking you all the time, oh, what happened when this? What's it like, not being able to talk about one of the biggest MMA experiences you've been through?
It's pretty hard, but the non-disclosure waiver of $5 million that I signed helps me keep my mouth shut.
Okay, that's a pretty good incentive. But do you ever find yourself like, you say something like, oh, that's just like the time when, and you catch yourself, like, oh, gotta be quiet.
Trust me, the $5 million is always on my mind. I never have to worry about saying anything to anyone.
And how do you feel about the rest of the team? Team Europe. Obviously, we had 3 Swedes there, Martin Svensson, who you're very familiar with, David Tamer, and then Frans Loa as well. What was your opinion of them and the rest of the team?
Yeah, I thought they were very good guys. It was very easy living with them in the house. It was fun. We had our laughs all the time, and I thought they were very good fighters. Sweden has always produced very good fighters. They're even one of the few countries in the world that even female MMA is on a high level there, as well as grappling and everything. So it was good being in the house with them. And like you said, I already knew Martin. We shared the cage before, so it was good being in there with them. I couldn't have picked a better team, I think.
Now, just rounding off here, obviously we're not going to ask you to spoil anything, but you will have a fight, obviously, coming up in the house with a tournament structure. Yeah. What should fans expect from your fight?
Well, when I fight, I appreciate everybody's time that they spend watching my fight. So I make sure that they are entertained every second of every fight. When I fight, I have 90-year-old grandmas jumping out of their seats. So I can't say how it goes, but I can say it's going to be pretty exciting. And if you thought any of the fights that they've seen already were exciting, they haven't seen nothing yet. When it comes to my fight, they're about to see something special.
And you know what? I think you're pretty right. This is Sebastian Martinez here at SBG Ireland, together with Artem Lobov, who you can see in the Ultimate Fighter Team USA versus Team Europe. Artem, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, guys.